Hello everybody, I hope this finds you well. I'm going to start off today, as I normally do, by giving you a bit of an update on where we are with the pandemic and also vaccination. Then I'm going to talk a bit about a meeting I joined this morning with the Cabinet Secretary, and then finally just say a few words about our Chair, Neena Mahal. So first of all, just to share with you the numbers. Numbers from yesterday, 364 new cases yesterday, and we've now got 30 inpatients and 3 patients in ICU with 2 care home outbreaks. Our vaccination numbers, we have administered 828,000 doses and 484 individuals have received vaccinations. In terms of the COVID data, it is a bit concerning, particularly with the high numbers of new cases. We are, of course, testing more people, so some of that is about a bigger denominator, but it's also clear that the virus is at large still, and we do need to still take all of the precautions that I know you know about, but please try and protect our young people. I've had friends, sons and daughters in the last couple of days testing positive and really being quite ill, and some of these people have had just 1 vaccination or no vaccinations at all, and I know that we're seeing younger people being admitted to our hospitals, and some of them sadly are going into ITU, so it is still very real and we still need to be very wary of the virus. So try and do as much as you can outside. I know I always say that, and it's summer so you can, and try and stick to the rules as best as you can. Secondly, I wanted just to say a wee bit about vaccination. Today we will finish our programme of offering first vaccinations in Lanarkshire. I think we'll be the first board in Scotland to finish that with, as I say, over 800,000 vaccinations now administered. So really proud of what the team have achieved and in such a quick time. We'll now be moving to more of a local model as we've got through the volumes, and we will be going out to local centres to try and put in place more drop-in facilities. And in targeting our younger people, we're going to try and see if we can use some more innovative approaches to get people to come forward for uptake of vaccines. So, for example, we're looking at whether the local football clubs might be willing to administer vaccines and have our staff go into the football stadia to do that, particularly for those people who've got season tickets. It is of course in their interest to do that, because the more people they've got vaccinated, a safer stadium they have, so there's a win-win there. So that's something the team are exploring as we speak. Also looking at different venues like shopping centres, mosques, etc., and tailored approaches for difficult to reach groups like homeless people. So there's a lot going on in vaccination, and I have to say the way the team have just changed and developed the way that they have approached their service model over this period has been nothing short of fabulous. So a huge thank you to all of our vaccination staff. Just in terms of the meeting with the Cabinet Secretary this morning, he brought together 4 or 5 of the bigger boards across Scotland just to get a bit of intelligence about the pandemic, and he is doing that quite regularly, which is great because it means he's listening to the service, which is fantastic from our point of view. Some of the things that we were emphasising to him is the need to maintain our mobile testing units in Lanarkshire. We are seeing a lot of people through those units, not just symptomatic people, but also asymptomatic people, and that is playing a really key part in our ability to manage the pandemic and contributing to our contact tracing and testing services, so really important. Secondly, just wanted to say a wee bit about an ask that we have of the Cabinet Secretary. We are really struggling in terms of workforce at the moment in Lanarkshire. I'm sure some of you know that better than me, but we've seen record number of attendances at our EDs, and we are trying to obviously mobilise services and work through the backlog, and at the same time we're still asking people who have been contact traced but who have been had 2 vaccinations to self-isolate. So we've asked the Cabinet Secretary to have that conversation with the 4 nations to see if that's something we could look at, because that would free up a lot of staff to come back into the workplace, not just in the NHS, but generally. So that's something that we've asked. We'll see if anything comes out of these conversations. So I wanted to feed that back to you. Finally, I just wanted to say, we've talked a bit about our chair, Neena Mahal, and I'm really pleased to say that she has been offered and accepted an extension to her contract here, which took us all a bit by surprise, including her, I think, but she's been delighted to accept it. So we'll have her with us right through to December. So for myself personally, that's great, because I'm learning so much from her. She is what you would call a seasoned chair. She's been a chair for many years, so governance is quite new to me. So as a chief exec, I'm learning a lot from her, and I love working with her. So fabulous for myself and the team to have that continuity during what's been quite a difficult time. When the weekend comes, I hope you all enjoy it and you get out in the sunshine and get some R&R, and I'll talk to you again next week. Thank you.